Good morning, students. In the previous video, we have completed the chapter Electoral Politics. It was a very long chapter. We took so many days to complete the chapter. So, students, today we are going to take up the exercise portion. But not all the questions we will do from the chapter because they are not that much important to do. Only 2-3 questions we will do that are important. Which of the following statements about the reasons for conducted elections are false? Elections enable people to judge the performance of the government. People select the representative of their choice in an election. Elections enable people to evaluate the performance of the judiciary. People can indicate which policies they prefer. So students, this point C, that is not relevant. That is not a proper reason. So this is the answer. Which of these is not a good reason to say that Indian elections are democratic? So, India has the largest number of voters in the world. India's election commission is very powerful. In India, everyone above the age of 18 has a right to vote. In India, the losing parties accept the electoral verdict. So, students, A is the correct answer because that is not a good reason to say that Indian elections are democratic. This match the following you will do by your own self. Now students, question number 4 we will do. List all the different election related activities mentioned in the chapter and arrange them in a sequence, beginning with the first activity and ending with the last. Some of these activities are given below. Releasing elections, manifestos. Okay, these are given below. I am just ordering them. So, number 1, announcing election schedule. Number 2, filling nominations. Number 3, making of voters list. Number 4, releasing election manifesto. Number 5, election campaign. Number 6, casting of votes. Number 7, counting of votes. Number 8, declaration of election results. And last one, number 9, ordering of repoll. Surekha is an officer in charge of ensuring free and fair elections in an assembly constituency in a state. Describe what should she focus on for each of the following stages of elections. So number 1, election campaign. So when there will be election campaign, her duty will be to check if proper means are used, if गवर्नमेंट रिसोर्सेज आर यूज्ड और नॉट, यूज नहीं होने चाहिए, मनी लिमिट एक्सीड तो नहीं हो रही है. सो दीज थिंग्स शी मस्ट बी seeing. Now polling day. So on the polling day she must check कि everyone is bringing their voter ID card. कुछ वोट्स डबल तो नहीं हो रहे हैं और या फिर कोई थ्रेटनिंग काइंड ऑफ तो नहीं हो रहा है किसी भी पोलिंग बूथ पे. देन काउंटिंग डे, दैट मस्ट बी एंश्योर्ड बाय हर कि जो ईवीएम मशीन्स हैं वो तभी वहाँ से उस रूम से निकाली जाएं जो रूम सील है, और काउंटिंग ऑफ वोट क्या हो, प्रॉपर हो. Students, rest of the questions you can study by your own, but they are not to be done in the notebook. You can just observe the answers from the chapter. अब इनमें से आपने कोई भी क्वेश्चन अपनी नोटबुक में नहीं करना. I am going to make you write other important questions. So students, write down questions for 1 mark. Question for 1 mark. Number 1. What are the members of state assemblies called? What are the members of state assembly called? Question number 2. What is election? What is election? Next. Describe a constituency. Describe a constituency. Next. How many seats are reserved for women in local bodies? How many seats are reserved for women in local bodies? Next, mention any 2 slogans given by different political parties in various elections. Mention any 2 slogans given by different parties in various elections. Next question. What is a ballot paper? What is a ballot paper? Next, who appoints the Chief Election Commissioner in India? Who appoints the Chief Election Commissioner in India? Next. What slogan was given by Janata Party in 1977 Lok Sabha election? What slogan was given by Janata Party in 1977 Lok Sabha election? Next. Are elections in India free and fair? Are elections in India free and fair? Now students, question for 3 marks. Question for 3 marks. Number 1. What do you mean by election? What do you mean by election? Why is it needed in a democracy? Why is it needed in a democracy? Next. Explain any 3 conditions. Explain any 3 conditions which make the election process more democratic. Next question. How does our election law regulate campaigns? Next question. What is meant by code of conduct? What is meant by code of conduct? Question mark. How does it control the activities of parties and candidates? How does it controls the activities of parties and candidates? Next. What is an election commission? What is an election commission? Question mark. Who appoints the Chief Election Commissioner? Who appoints the Chief Election Commissioner? And how can he/she be removed? Next question. Explain the following. Number 1, general elections. Number 2, by-elections. General elections and by-elections. Next, describe the procedure of voting on the polling day. Now students, question for 5 marks. Very important question it is. Describe the challenges to free and fair elections in India. Next question is also very important. What are the main functions of the Election Commission of India? What are the main functions of the Election Commission of India? This is for 5 marks. I am going to tell you the 5 headings you are going to explain in the question. Heading number 1, control and conduct of the elections. Number 2, code of conduct. Number 3, can order the government. Number 4, discharges duty. Number 5, reprimand the government. So these are the 5 points you are going to explain in the last question. So students, this is all about your chapter. Complete your homework in time. Revise the chapter thoroughly. Very important chapter. Thank you students. Have a nice day.